fire inside of you that really fires up when you are doing something that you love and that you really feel is your passion. International Women's Day is celebrating women, but I want you all to think about you and what you think you can do to help yourself.
A celebrated athlete, an excellent communicator, Bianca fast became one of the most prominent female voices in Australian sport. In 2016, Bianca launched her first book called Every Girl Needs a Plan, which seeks to empower women to find their passion, navigate through the fear of change, and nail down a game plan to make that all happen. Ladies, could you please help me welcome the lovely Bianca?
Firstly, you say Happy International Women's Day. It is an absolute privilege to be here with you all. And I imagine for you all, very busy, constantly on the go and not much time at all for yourself. And in the last 12 months, I've become a mum and I've got a little girl, and I thought I knew what life was like before having a child. My first probably professional team I was involved in, I was surrounded by women who were 10 years older than me in these teams, and women who actually had my back, who supported me whether I was having a good game or a bad game. Whatever was going to happen in these next 60 minutes, they were going to help you. We all have an opportunity to leave the role that we're in now, to leave the position I had on court in a better place when we eventually leave it than when we found it. They took their time, as much as they could, to find out about me. How often do we all say to each other, "How are you?" We say, "Good." But what happens if you actually ask them questions more than "How are you?" Ask them more insightful questions to learn something about somebody that was a bit different. One thing that we love in sport is music, and one thing that we would all do in a change room before a game is we put a playlist together. And it sounds so simple and so silly, but it was a playlist together of all of our favourite songs, so everyone would get a taste of their own music. And even that creates a conversation around, why would you choose this? I hate that song, rah, rah, rah. And some people are right into lyrics and some people are just into the tune. But it's a conversation starter, right? And so now I want you to all think about, what if you had to put a playlist together right now, what would be your song that would get you up and about and feeling good? So the music is a really important one, but I want you to think about that. If you do anything today when you're driving home, have a think about what really makes you feel good about yourself, because it's so unique to you.
I was actually hoping that you weren't wearing heels today. What's the one thing that you were not prepared for when you became a mum?
I was not prepared for the guilt when you leave them.
What would be the best piece of advice that you would give your daughter now?
The most negative and toxic thing I did to myself that I didn't realise was doing so much damage was compare myself to the person next to me. Just keep going forward. Your path is your path. It doesn't matter what other people are doing next to you.